The community has been very wonderful. It has helped me professionally and personally. So I came to know about a concept called FIRE. From that, I was able to figure out where all I can put my investments and how much it will compound over the years. He was in the 1% club group and he had an Amex Centurion card. So I asked him if he can use the concierge service to get me the tickets of Diljit's concert, and he did it. Even if you don't pass away, and hospital expenses something you don't know how scary it can. I have a very simple opinion: the more benefits you will reap out of it.
Hi Sambhav, it's so good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Yes, why don't we start with knowing a little bit more about yourself and what you do?
So my name is Sambhav Jain, and I am right now a filmmaker. And before that, I was in corporate for 2.5 years.
Okay.
And before that, I studied journalism. So the switch was quite interesting. But deep down, I always knew I wanted to do something creative, but I also wanted to make money.
Interesting. And since we're talking about money, I think it'll also be very interesting to know that what was that point or a particular incident when you actually got to know about the 1% club? How is it that you came across them and even got to know that a community like this or a platform like this exists?
So I was always keen on finance, even when I was in corporate. So I was aware about the finance buzz that Sharan and the other creators were bringing in India by educating lots of people through the platform of Instagram and YouTube and LinkedIn.
Right.
But particularly when I came to know about Sharan starting up 1% club to educate people on a different level, more than just reels and shorts.
Yeah.
So I was very keen on knowing more about it, and I registered up for a masterclass on credit card by Ali Hajiani, and in that masterclass only I learned so much. That was the masterclass which helped me a lot knowing about credit cards, and post that immediately I bought the 1% club membership. Because I
Interesting.
knew there's a lot more to be explored, and this is the right
And you
platform.
didn't want to let go of the knowledge.
Yeah, and that was the very right platform at the right time.
Nice.
So I held on to it.
Okay, so what's very interesting and what I'd like to know at this point is you said that you had a corporate job, right? And now you're in a creative profession and you studied journalism. How has your lookout about finance and money in general changed across these different phases? And how, while you've evolved in life, right? Like, how have you looked at personal finance in general as a subject? And has it changed?
So, personal finance, while I was studying, I was always aware that I need to save and invest money, but I was not much aware about it. While I was consuming content which could help me understand that okay, these are the ways where I can invest better and know my risks of what I'm getting into. While I took up a job in corporate, I was actually more in a circle where I came to know about more and more options that existed in market, and I was having multiple things as an option on my plate.
Okay.
So when I joined 1% club, so I actually not just was aware about the options, but I came to know how those options functions and how you invest in them, how you exit out of an investment, and how you balance out your investment with taxes and returns and everything. So
Right.
eventually it just kept growing on me that how you will invest and how you will get out of an investment. And
Interesting.
right now as a filmmaker, I'm still investing because it should never stop, I believe.
Yeah, I agree. Interesting. I think from there also you did mention you attended a credit card masterclass. Now, I think personally, when it comes to credit cards, especially in a country like India, there are a lot of misconceptions and negative connotations when it comes to credit cards, right? I want to know, how did you look at credit cards in general as a subject and the utility of a card before the masterclass versus what changed after you attended the masterclass?
Before the masterclass, I was still aware that a credit card is a double-edged sword, and I only used it whenever it was necessary, and I never overspent or bought anything of leisure on my credit card, but I always wanted to improve my credit score and earn better rewards, which I was not aware of how to. And there was so much of
But you had a basic understanding of credit
yes,
score. Okay.
I had the understanding of it, but I didn't knew the
No.
nuances of it. And post attending the masterclass, I came to know about it in depth, and I was more aware of what are the risks and what are the rewards and how can you utilize your card better and
Yeah.
how can you maximize your rewards. So that's how I started using credit cards better, and since then I'm less fearful of what wrong can be done with the credit card, and more comfortable with using it because now I'm aware of how to use it better.
I think with that, I'd also like to understand, Sambhav, that when you did obviously join the 1% Club, apart from obviously the master classes, the knowledge sharing sessions, and understanding more about investing your money the right way, how has the community in general helped you? Like, what have the peer group members who were a part of the community inculcated in you, or how has it changed the way you look at just being a part of an offline and online community that's supporting you and helping you increase your financial knowledge in general?
So the community has been very wonderful. It has helped me professionally and personally. Professionally, everyone keeps talking in the group and advise each other whenever someone has a question. But I'll also cover a part where it helped me personally. So there was this guy. I can't take the name of because he asked me not to. He was in the 1% club group and he had an Amex Centurion card. So I asked him if he can use the concierge service to get me the tickets of Diljit's concert,
Oh.
and he did it when the tickets were practically
You
sold
legit
out.
got it.
And when the tickets were sold out, he practically got me the ticket without the phase 2 price. He got me the tickets on the very early bird ticket prices
Lucky
when
you.
the tickets were sold out.
I wish I had such a friend. So but that's great. So this just happened because you were a part of the community and you happened to obviously make like a good professional connection, and he happened to just help you out because he had access to the concierge service.
Yes.
That's lovely. Amazing. I think that also brings me to asking you, when you look at money and you look at personal finance and investments, it's very restricted to just knowing that, okay, you have to save a certain amount, you have to spend a certain amount and then invest it in at max, let's say mutual funds, do your SIPs, etc. What were the new asset classes or avenues or things that you got to know of when you joined 1% Club that changed in terms of where all your money could be parked?
So I was not aware of how you have to calculate your savings, earnings, and how you are going to utilize and invest that to achieve your desired goals. So I came to know about a concept called FIRE.
Fire number.
Yeah, FIRE and Coast FIRE through 1% Club.
Yeah.
So from that, I was able to figure out where all I can put my investments and how much it will compound over the years. And through FIRE, I figured out I can invest in gold, and not just physical gold but gold ETFs.
Yeah.
Other than gold and SIPs, I was also able to figure out how to pick up stocks other than Nifty. Like how to do your basic due diligence before looking at a stock
Nice.
or an IPO for the sake of it. So all the due diligence is being taught in you say 1% Club. And other than that, it has also helped me upgrade my insurance plan to a better plan, which I was not aware that with just a little increase in a premium, I
Yeah.
could get much more benefits to be reaped out of.
Correct. Very interesting. I think since you also spoke of insurance just now, Sambhav, how old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm just 23.
Yeah, you're 23. But look at you, like when you did mention that, I got to know that I could top up my, let's say, insurance cover amount and my premium, and that could help me with other benefits. How important do you think as a 23-year-old person is insurance, right? And I'm assuming you have a health insurance, and probably if you don't, a term insurance, but how do you look at insurance in general as a concept? Because I feel a lot of young folks, at least between the age of 18 to 23, 24, don't even think of buying like a insurance premium.
So I have a very simple opinion. The earlier you get it, the more benefits you will reap out of it in the later stages, because the later you start getting an insurance, the lesser amount of sum you can accumulate over the
Yeah.
years, and you will still pay the higher premium. And when you start early, you are sticking to a lesser premium throughout the life.
Yeah.
So that is what I would suggest, because death isn't guaranteed if it's going to come tomorrow or 20 years down the line.
True.
But it is inevitable. And even if you don't pass away, and hospital expenses something you don't know how scary it can be.
You have to be prepared for a rainy day.
Yes. So insurance and term insurance and mediclaim are three like concepts that not many people are literate about,
Yeah.
but they should be, because that is what will help you in the later stages when you say you don't have a backup or a pile of money to fall back on, or a safety net, you can say, for that sake.
Yeah.
And people think "Ke I am healthy, so I don't need insurance." A family insurance plan not only covers you, but all the members in your
Members
family.
also, yeah, true.
So it is not just related to you, but it is also related to your family.
dependents, Yeah. Before we let you go, Sambhav, I think one last thing I'd like to also know from you, that for anybody else who's kind of tuning in, watching this, and folks who may be interested, why do you think should somebody join the 1% club in the community? Like, how is it that it will change their life or their understanding of money and their personal finances better? If you could tell us a thing or two.
See, there is a lot of information available in the market for how to invest your money, how to make money, but no platform collates everything that is very accurate information and provides you at a platform and gives you all of that along with a community that supports you throughout your stages.
Yeah.
So that community, that mindset, and that collective collated accurate information is something that only 1% is doing in India, and I believe also on a very bigger scale, not just limited to the country level.
Right.
And that is something very unique, and if you can be a part of it, it is wonderful. If you are not even thinking of joining it, just check it out and see for yourself how this wonderful community is.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Sambhav. It was a pleasure speaking to you.